Hi everybody. Today we're going to take a quick walkthrough of the learning platform for the new edition of Macroeconomics Theory and Application by Rob Lester. This is a first edition and it will be available, both the text and the MindTap course will be available in July of 2023. So let's get started. For today's purposes, let's just look at one chapter, and we're going to take chapter 6, Saving, Investment, and Real Interest Rates. But before we do that, I wanted to alert you to this course orientation material up top. Now, students would see that at the top of their learning path, unless you delete it right out of the box. And what this is are a couple of assignments that you may want to have students do right at the beginning of the course. One is how to do their homework. We use our engine that drives the homework within MindTap is called Applia. And this assignment will walk a student through how to manipulate the graphs, how to fill in the assignments within Applia, because that's a job you probably don't want to do, is to show students how to use the software. Also, there is a review of principles of macroeconomics, which you can also assign to the students for grade. And what this will do is it will take some of the key principles from principles of macroeconomics, and it will have students work through assignments to make sure that they're back up and running. It may have been a while since they've taken the principles of macro, and you'll notice that the students can do these assignments and they get really, really good feedback. And again, you can assign these for grade to make sure that the students do them, and that will set students up for success in your course. Okay, so let's look at chapter 6. And when we created these, we tried to replicate the workflow of a student. So we have 3 sections here: learn it, practice it, apply it. If we click on learn it, the student actually gets the digital text. And this is the complete text. Everything that is in the print text is also represented here in the digital text. Students can make they can highlight, they can make their own notes, they can actually have the text read to them, and it's very easily navigated. So that is the complete digital text. Then if they wanted to go to model building, these are focused reviews of the key theories talked about in the chapter. So this one is the savings investment model. I'll just progress through it a little bit.
Spending GT plus 1, equilibrium values at the point of intersection, investment and real interest rate. An increase in future total factor equilibrium investment increases.
Okay, so within just 5 minutes, a real instructor walks the student through those key models. We'll now take a look at the practice it, which is the homework. And let's open this up here and see what this looks like. All right, so let's go ahead and do a problem that actually I was working on a little bit before. You will notice that it'll ask students questions. It will actually ask them to manipulate graphs. And you will notice also that the explanations that are given when the student submits to have it graded are very robust explanations. Now, you can choose to have a student try multiple versions of this. If the student were to click on try another version, they get almost the exact same problem, just slightly different. So they can't game the system and just put in something for the first try, get the correct answers, and then just plug the correct answers in. The second attempt is going to be just slightly different than that first attempt, so they can't really use the same answers. And their colleagues, their other students, are getting slightly different problems as well. But one of the things that is so great about these problems is the really good explanations that students get. And the last section for the chapter is the apply it, where students are actually asked to take what they have learned and to use it. This first reviews nominal and real interest rates. Then the students practice making decisions using Fred data. And finally, in the last step, they're actually asked to create their own graph using Fred data that they've come up with. So let's take a look at what this looks like. All right, so the first section here, the Learn It section, let's just go to that. It'll go over what the student has learned in the chapter. It will ask them questions. Again, like any of these assignments, it gives them a very robust explanation. Then the practice section of this, it will actually bring up a Fred graph, various Fred graphs here, and ask students questions about that. And again, very robust explanations here. And then the final section of this assignment is the Explore, and this asks them a question, and it actually has students go out on their own to the Fred site and to create their own graphs. So that is that assignment here, where students can actually apply what they've learned in the chapter. Thanks for joining us, everybody, for this walkthrough of the MindTap for Macroeconomics Theories and Application, first edition by Rob Lester. This will be available July 2023, both the MindTap learning course and the text itself. Take care now. Bye-bye.